Welcome back to Dragon Tales Fishing. So today I did an install. It actually took me about 2 days on a Kaku Zulu. What the guy wanted me to do was put a trolling motor on it and wire in an infinite throttle. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you, give you a walkthrough. I'm not going to do a little install video where I went and soldered wires or cut wires or ran this wire here. I'm just going to show you what I did to give you an idea of how easy it is, how hard it is, and see if you guys take any ideas away from it. If you have any other comments about my install, hey, just throw it down below. I'll answer back to you. All right, let's do this. First thing I want to talk about is my control box. So the control box is basically the speed control for the motor. The motor that I'm using right now is a Minn Kota 45-pound thrust. I went with this because the PCM that I'm using is actually wired to kind of go at that level. If I go any higher, it'll actually make the board run a little too hot and could cause failure. Well, we're not trying to do that. So I'm using a 45-pound thrust Minn Kota. I'll show you the box. Here's the box that I use. You can find these on Amazon. I got these little connectors here. They go into the box here, and inside is the wiring of the board. I'll leave a link down below to show you what board I use, so you can use it yourself if you want to. But real easy. I have a voltage meter, which is hooked up into the wiring inside of here that goes to the battery itself, depending on what battery you're using. I have a volume knob, just like on a radio. Pretty easy. Just turn it up. The further you turn it, the faster the motor will go. And then here is your neutral, forward, and reverse. So you push it up, boom, now you're in forward. Turn the knob up, and you go faster, 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 faster. And slower, slower, slower. And stop. Neutral and reverse, same thing. They get the idea, huh? Yeah. From here, it's a real simple setup. You have two wires, positive, negative. That goes all the way down to the motor setup, right there. And then the other wiring, there's a positive and negative that go underneath and go to the battery. I don't have it hooked up at the moment. I'll hook it up here shortly just to kind of show you how that works. The second part you'll need is a 60 amp fuse, inline fuse. What this does is basically plugs into the battery like so that you have positive, negative. And then I also have one of these connectors here so that I can connect it fast and unsnap it if I want to and take it off the kayak when needed. I also did the same connector here. That same connector is so that I could easily take off the motor off the back of the thing here. And then I used the rudder. What's up, doggy? My little dog all hanging out. Check him out. All right. So what I did was here is I got the Yak Gear trolling motor steering apparatus, and then I also got the Yak Gadget motor mount, trolling motor mount right there. Pretty easy. Just cut down the shaft. I think you've seen a bunch of videos on there about that. Here, if you notice, there's this little clip, and that locks it into place. Well, it no longer does that. What I did was down here where that little lever is, I don't know if you can see this, it no longer locks into place. So what this allows us to do is kick up when I need to. All right. Now, something that's really cool about the Zulu is it has something called stick steering. So you have your forward, your rear goes to the left, forward goes to the right, and there's a cable that goes all the way through and comes out here. What I did was I incorporated a cotter pin right here. I kept the line level. You want to keep that level so it doesn't kink up or kink down. That's why it's where it's at. And it's in with a cotter pin. So what that allows me to do is I could take this bolt out, pull the motor right off, and I could put the rudder right back on if I wanted to. I use the rudder here on this application because the guy wanted to make sure that he could turn and still use his pedal drive. So he can leave the motor down and he can still use his rudder just as he would before. Pretty cool, right? Awesome. See, it turns left, turns right. He still has full range of motion when it comes to that. I may have to still do some adjusting here and here, just for the depth and all that, but I'll do that once I get her on the water. But that's pretty much it, man. It's just a easy snap here to pull the motor off if I wanted to. Pretty easy, same thing here. We're gonna do the same thing with this area. On the end of the wiring for the control box, it has the same one here. I still gotta get the coating that goes on that. That's basically an automotive wiring coating. I'm gonna get the same thing for this wire, make her all pretty clean installation, pretty easy. Steering is just amazing. Look at that. Bam. Bam. Not bad. And he can still use his pedal drive in conjunction with that as well. Or just lift it up out and just go straight on with the motor. Well guys, that's just a short little look on it. If you want to see a more in-depth video of that, hit me up in the comment below. Maybe I'll do a little in-depth walkthrough of it. I didn't want to make a long video on it because, you know, you guys are out there doing your own thing. I did mine. I did this for a friend of mine, so he can actually go out there and keep up with me and my Pro Angler back there with the motor on it. So if you want to see more videos like this, comment below, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching Dragon Tales Fishing. Dragon Tales Fishing out.